Hello and welcome to the Fans Village at the William Hill World Darts Championship. I'm Dan Dawson. This is Jamie Banks from the PDC. This is On The Wire. We will be looking ahead to what you've got tonight. Incredible night of action. Round one is done and dusted. And last night...
I love Mariah Carey.
Do you love Mariah Carey? We're going to have loads of Mariah Carey on. But look, let's talk about last night, Jamie. We saw Dimitri van der Bergh. Let's start with Dimitri. Quarter-finalist last year. World Youth Champion. This wasn't as good as we come to expect against Chuck Poolio, a man who looks like he could have picked Dimitri up and thrown him out the roof of this building.
Dimitri did enough, didn't he? He wasn't put under too much pressure. Chuck played well, but it wasn't special from Dimitri. But he's through to the next round, and if you want to be a top-class player, you need to be able to win those kind of games. And perhaps a year, maybe 18 months ago, he may have been pushed a little further. So all credit to Dimitri van der Bergh for coming through that. He's got a lot of talent, that kid.
A win is a win. And
correct.
A 3-0 win, you can't really argue with that, even if it was an average in the 80s. Now, the really good performance came for the world number 5, Daryl Gurney. 100 average from Super Chin. This, he made it look so easy.
We spoke about it yesterday, didn't we? We said form right at the right time, and he's followed that from the Players' Championship finals to now. This is the perfect time to find your form. He set down a marker and said, look, I'm to be taken seriously over the next few weeks.
Nobody has been talking about Daryl Gurney as a potential winner of the William Hill World Championship. He says he's quite happy with that because he'll make them eat their words. That was his exact phrase last night.
He's in a good place at the moment, isn't he? Everything's going well for him. He's playing well, and he's dangerous, there's no doubt about it.
He is dangerous. Look, this afternoon we saw 4 more games. We saw round 1 come to an end this afternoon. And finally, after a week, this happened.
Dolan's been very good. Yeah, I think we've been deflecting him, Brendan. Brendan's throwing it at basically 95 average. He's been throwing it for most of the match. And there's an opportunity for 170. Bullseye for 2-set lead. What a down for Brendan Dolan. 6 legs on the spin. And a 2-0 lead here. Brilliant, brilliant, Brendan. What a performance. Joe Cullen has it all to do. Brendan Dolan is rolling back the years, literally. He leads Joe Cullen. Sensational. 2-0.
Rubbish.
The big fish, so it was.
Le grand poisson, as we say in France.
And as Stuart Pikey says, rolling back the years literally, apparently.
Quite literally.
Literally rolling back the years with Brendan Dolan. The world number 14, Joe Cullen, has been dumped out of this. Joe Cullen won as many legs in that match as there were proposals in the crowd during the match.
Yes, correct. He won 1 leg, and there was 1 marriage proposal. So
at least 1.
At least 1. I don't know what happened there with Joe. I think perhaps put too much pressure on himself with the draw opening up the way it has done. He's possibly, I don't know, but possibly looked at it and gone, this is a real opportunity for me. He's one of those players who, maybe of no fault of his own, keep being mentioned for the Premier League, and I think eventually that sort of starts to sink in to your psyche. And I think with Joe, he's perhaps overthought things. Look, I might be completely wrong, but from the outside, it looks as if potentially Joe's overthought things a bit and been dumped out by a good performance by Brendan, though. Don't get me wrong.
Brendan was superb, and there were signs of this at the Players' Championship finals in Minehead. It was only Daryl Gurney that managed to stop him, but Joe Cullen, that close at the match play, that close at the European Championship, and it's just gone. It'll
come, though. You feel like it will come for Joe. He's got the game in there, but perhaps needs to sort a few things out. It's there. The talent is definitely there. We want to see Joe doing well. He's got all the credentials, so I'm sure it will come eventually.
OK, so there's one top player who people were looking at going, he could be one to watch, and he wasn't. Yes. Another top player who everybody's been going, I'd love to get drawn against him. He's in no kind of form. Kim Huybrechts has just put in one of the best displays we have seen so far at the William Hill World Championship.
Look at his cheeky little face.
Look at that. The angry Belgian gerbil smashing 115 average for the first 2 sets.
Is he back? He might be back.
It sounds like he's back.
He is, again... Everyone here is a good player, but he can be right up there with the best when he's playing as well as he can. It has been a long, long time since Kim Huybrechts has played as well as he can, but a very open and honest interview after his game. He explained he's had a few troubles with his personal life. Hopefully he's starting to get over those, because a good Kim Huybrechts is good for everyone.
Well, look, that's what we saw. Kim Huybrechts winning to round off the afternoon session. Joe Cullen dumped out by Brendan Dolan. started off with a debut win for Nathan Aspinall. It wasn't brilliant, but he got over the line against Gurtnensch, the youth player from Holland, who I think you'll see a lot more of. Looks a talented player, even though he didn't play to his capabilities. And what about this? The Asian Tour players, they have been superb so far.
Another fantastic performance by an Asian player. It's great to see. And again, against no fall, Jeffrey de Graaf has a lot of experience on the stage. He's played plenty of PDC tournaments. Great win for Noel there. Fantastic. Well, great to see.
Yeah, well, from one Noel to another.
Very good.
No, it's really bad. But anyway, William Hill went and asked a load of top bar players what they would be doing for Christmas.
Yes.
Ronnie O'Sullivan is one of my biggest heroes away from darts, and I don't like to watch darts when I'm at home. I like to watch snooker. Any other sport really apart from darts, but yeah, Ronnie would be the one.
Probably Donald Trump. He's a very interesting man.
Who's that mad guy that invented all those wonderful things like 400 or 500 years? Da Vinci. Yeah, him, definitely.
Bon Jovi. Richard Branson. Because then I could go to his island for Christmas dinner. Yes, after he's been to mine. Yeah, I'm going there for the New Year party.
Manny Pacquiao. Oh, that's my hero in the sporting world.
I always been a mad fan of the Rocky movies, so Sylvester Stallone. You know, like Eye of the Tiger from Rocky 3. It was one of the best films I ever saw for inspiration. So it will be Sylvester Stallone. It will be a good dinner.
Bon Jovi and Donald Trump among them.
Who would you have if the question was asked to you?
Ian White.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it doesn't. But I'll tell you what, I know who wouldn't invite me round for Christmas dinner.
That one from Love Island that came in last week.
And, well, I mean, look, it's a very long list. But among them, the multiple major champion James Wade, who we see tonight. However, I got a glimpse of his house because the dart show went there himself. Because he, as one of the form players, won 2 major titles on the TV in the last 3 months. This might be his year, one of the most significant in the life of James Wade, the machine.
This is my first trophy, first tournament I ever won as a youth player. I think I was 14. It's the Basingstoke Youth Darts Competition. When I won it that day, I was like, oh, I was so proud. So proud of myself. I'm probably more proud of myself winning that than I've been any TV tournament, because as a kid at school I was bullied and had a bit of a hard time, and it was the first thing I found that I was good at, and no one was horrible to me at darts. It was quite nice. Darts was an escape, At school it was a bit of a hard time at darts. I could go and I could be popular because I was good at it. So it was, maybe that's one of the reasons why I become half decent at the game.
Double 10, favourite double. And he gets it. James Wade is a winner again.
My form for the last 12 months has been different, up and down. But I've also had the weight of the world taken off my shoulders with the safe arrival of our newborn son. That's been a very hard 2 years for me. For my wife, I can't imagine how hard it was for Samantha. But for me, I was just constant worry, and we had some misfortune first time, and I don't know if it's stress or worry. I think it's all those stress, worry, anxiety, everything all in one, for 2 years. And along comes after, and now it's all forgot about. Now I can get back to work and try and build a good future for Arthur. Las Vegas Desert Classic. I think that's a runner-up because of Phil Taylor. Got a few of those because of Phil Taylor. No, he was quite annoying, to be fair. If it wasn't for Phil Taylor, there'd be a bucket load of winners in here. There'd probably be about 16, 17 more TV title winning trophies on here. I think winning my first TV title for 4 years was maybe relief. I think relief, because I kept saying to people, oh well, you've had your career and you're still going to do well, and it used to really frustrate me, because I used to say to people, I still will win tournaments. I know I'm still going to win more. I felt sometimes that I wasn't taken seriously enough anymore, 1, 2. On call. How good is that, eh?
A fantastic finale to the World Series finals.
Playing Michael in the final, I just thought, stick with him more around about him with his scoring, which will be hard because he's a good scorer, and I'll outfinish him. And I knew I'd outfinish him, given the chance. And then I think it was in the 19th leg, I had a shot at 1-2-1.
No score. Oh, he's past 121. That's incredible.
Oh,
I thought I'd thrown it away, you know. The one time I did deserve to win a game. and I'd gone and fluffed it. But no, I was fortunate that he got a little bit too nervous in the final leg and I come away with the victory.
James Wade will clean up, and James Wade makes it back-to-back TV titles.
When you play a game like darts, it's very lonely and it's soul-destroying if things aren't going right, you know. And I've had that for 3 years. This year, to be fair, I'd made 4 finals before I got to these TV titles. And I think for the year before, I didn't even make one final, not of a floor tournament, not of a European Open, nothing. So this whole year has been a slow but positive incline.
James Wade there, cut off unceremoniously short. But 4 years away, 4 years gone since winning a TV title, won 2 in a week. He's back, isn't he?
Well, I hope so, but it's a strange one with James because, and possibly rightly so, people started to write James off because it had been a long time and the quality of the game was going up and up and up. It's inspirational stuff, really, to see how James has fought back from where he was to where he is now. And for the first time in quite a while, I'd say, he's a serious contender here.
Well, look, James Wade in action, last game of the night. Seigo Asada, another one of these Asia Tour players who's been fantastic so far, already beaten former world master Krzysztof Ratajski. Now, you saw in that little bit of VT there, Michael Smith made an unwanted cameo because he could well have won that World Series finals event in Austria. He goes up against Ron Meulenkamp, third favourite for the title. This is his time to shine, isn't it?
Well, the draw has again opened up for him, and people were talking about him at the start of the event because he's not in the half that Michael van Gerwen and Gary Anderson are in. So if he is going to shine, now is a very good time to do it. Michael Smith has been close, very, very close on a few occasions now. It's just about stepping over the line and winning that big TV title. And I mean, there aren't many bigger than this, really, Dan. So if he is going to do it, let's have it in the next 3 weeks.
Adrian Lewis' first big TV title was the World Championship.
His confidence is high as well with Michael. He won't let those put him down. The misses that he's had in the past would have affected him, but I think he's grown up a lot in the last sort of 12 to 18 months.
We're going to see his first chance to see him in action on this stage this year. Simon Whitlock, a former finalist here, former European finalist, former European champion. And he goes up against Ryan Joyce, who managed to come through unscathed against Anastasia. That is not an easy game because he's been impressive in his first year.
Ryan was very solid the other day. Anastasia, as we said the other day, didn't put enough pressure on him and didn't allow the crowd to get involved. But Ryan did enough, which is really important. He didn't get embroiled in any kind of in a game that might have affected him negatively. He did the job, got over the line. But yes, tonight should be a different kettle of fish entirely.
I think you can see some massive combination finishes in that game.
170 from Whitlock. He loves the ball.
170 from Whitlock, 153 balls, Ryan Joyce. Now, Willie O'Connor, James Wilson, that kicks things off. Former world #1 in the BDO system, the Lethal Biscuit or Jammy Dodger, whichever he's going by at the minute, and the Magpie. Can Willie do the biz?
Will he? I don't know. Yeah, he could.
Will he, O'Connor?
Do you know what? I actually looked at that earlier and thought, of all those ties, that could possibly be the closest one to call. It's a difficult one. James Wilson in spits and space is very, very good, but he also lets himself down occasionally. So William has to take advantage of that if it does come. It's going to be a tricky one, but a close one anyway.
Well, look, first 2 games in the night, James Wilson, Simon Whitlock. Odds, there you go. If you reckon they're both going to win either 3-1 or 3-0, you'll get 5-2 on that. We've just been through why it might be difficult for them, but we have seen a lot of the big names put real statement performances
Well, they have to.
out.
That's the point, isn't it? If they're going to go on to claim this title, an early big statement is possibly key. So good chance, good chance.
No bigger statement than the perfect leg of darts. 9 darter odds. Bang!
That was good. You did that well.
Do you like that?
Yeah. 12-1. Look, enough players in the field can pull one off now, so why not have a quid on that?
Enough players in the field can pull one off. Now, we're going to leave you 3 of the world's top 10 on the way tonight, as well as a former #1 in the BDO system. We'll be back here tomorrow previewing tomorrow's action. We'll also have a little bit of highlights from tonight as well. If you are, get your bets on, get your drinks in. Kirk Bevins will be dancing non-stop to the Venga Boys in that corner of Ali Pali for your entertainment. Enjoy tonight.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
see all the people coming in and having something to eat and all excited to see some great darts. And I always tell people when I'm on the road that this is the best ticket you should get, because you know, you get some drinks and meal, and you get brilliant seats in the VIP part, and it's really a fantastic ticket.